What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Savage Land. And on Pallet Picks, we have my man Cyborg Superman from Mafex. Just came out this year. I got this guy a couple of months ago, and might I say, I'm quite impressed. And just a quick disclaimer, I'm not going to say anything bad about this figure. I love it. I really do. And I'm going to start with the cape, which I love the most. When I first seen reviews on it about 6 months ago, everybody was talking about the billowing effect it had on the top of the shoulders. There's like 3 prongs on each side, almost kind of like pillows to keep the cape fluffed up. I don't have a problem with that. I thought I would want to cut those out when I first got it, but I thought they were pretty cool and they don't bother me enough. And then it gives a little different, distinct feel to that Superman, so I'm leaving them in. But the cape is a little bit thinner than the Dark Knight's Return Superman from Mafex, but it's still a good cape. Each Mafex cape is always set different from another cape, and this one feels good. It's a little bit more softer material, but it has wire all the way through, even down on the bottom part, which makes it great for the flying effect. But awesome cape. Never have a problem with Mafex capes. Like I said, they got me spoiled. But this guy's deco is lovely. I mean, the steel parts on him look so good. The sheen, the shine, the pop. Looks awesome on him. And I tried to get all of my Supermans in this review, but I couldn't do it, man. Once you try to force something, it just doesn't work out. That was the only picture I was able to get. As far as the articulation, got the double jointed arms, pinless, double jointed knees, pinless. Has a ball joint at the waist, ball joint at the torso, ball joint at the neck. His wrists and ankles, Mafex always has these like funny ball joints like McFarlane toys, but they work way better. And the aesthetic is so smooth. He only has this one head sculpt and it's fantastic. I mean, he looks like a T-1000 from the side. I mean, that sheen from for what they use for the metal, man, is just, that paint is just awesome. The wash in there is awesome. And then far as his accessory, he comes with this big square laser cannon with these 2 effects, which as you can see looks really good. It disconnects at the elbow part, and you can snap the metal arm off at the elbow and slide this in easily. It comes out easy. It's not even a snap effect. It just pull and play pretty much. As far as accessory wise, I think they did a good job. I mean, this guy's a cyborg, so he can turn his arm into that, and that's all he needed, and they did it to perfection. I mean, the effect is beautiful. The actual piece is beautiful. It's painted up very nice. It matches in well. You can't even tell it disconnects at the arm, at the elbow. As far as hands wise, I used, I think, 4 out of 5 sets of hands he got. And as you can see here, he has the flying hands, the flat hands, which I love best for using for flying with Superman. I think he's really one of the better Supermans, which that's a crazy thing to say because Mafex makes a lot of good Supermans as of lately, far as Hush, far as Rebirth of Superman, the Cyborg, and of course the Dark Knight Returns. But he's up there. I really don't want to say he tops my Dark Knight Returns, but he's up there. He's up there. It's kind of hard. It's like good with better. You know, it's really no bad. You know, the thing I really wonder about Mafex, well, how long will they hold up? Because it's such a smooth articulation, and it almost kind of goes into what you want to do, like easily, like gives in. Like, will they last over the years, or will you have to retire these figures? Because the toe hinge on it, that is the only one flaw I would say. I wish it was a little bit stronger. It seems like it gives a little too easy, and the rest of the figure gives a little too easy to pose. So how long would they really last? But that's just a question I ask. And that's just something I wonder if anybody else who deals with Mafex wonders. Like, will this be like the Toy Biz like figures? Will they be able to stand after a while? But who knows? I hope so, man, because it's actually a wonderful figure. That's the only questions I do have about it. But as you can see here, I got him with the fisted hands. Another set he comes with. Like I said, I think he comes with 4 or 5, and forgive me, but he comes with a variety of hands, and I use most of them in this. As far as his sculpt, I mean, he looks great. Mafex can only do it like Mafex can do it, but that mid torso section, it's almost an entirely new sculpt they had to do that, and you would think it would look kind of janky, but everything in there is very detailed. down to it looks like it jumped off a comic book page, to be honest with you. Getting him in flight poses was relatively easy because he's easy to pose. And as you can see there, I got another set of hands, almost kind of like grappling hands. I believe he comes with almost 2 sets of those hands when they kind of almost like look familiar to each other. Not a super heavy figure. I was able to get him on a flight stand and balance him. I don't have it stuck anywhere. I just kind of balanced him up there like that. And usually with a Mafex, they're not really heavy plastic figures. They're really action figure caviar. They're fine figures, and that's basically what I was just talking about. The figures are so fine and refined that are they made to last through the times? Will they have the durability? Another beautiful shot with the cape. That almost looks like Batman, but I just like that shot for some reason with his cape drenched over him like that. Of course, like I said earlier, the cape is one of the biggest benefits of this figure. You can do a lot of expressive things. Mafex has capes where you could ball it up and it just becomes instant art. You can take garbage and turn it into art. You might say, and that's what I almost do sometimes, kind of ball it up, take my 3 fingers and just prong the backs up, and no matter which angle you catch it from, it's gonna look good. He looks like he's billowing in the air, and this is the effect right here up under his shoulder pads. With that billow effect actually works out. But overall, like I said, great Superman. I give him a 9. Very photogenic, but not really photogenic. His metal and sheen shine so good. That's the problem I was having when I was shooting him. It was kind of darkening him out too much, or it was shining too much where it was kind of blinding him out. So I had to kind of catch him from the right angle because his paint job was so good. And like I said, I'm really trying to get my first perception of light also too. I'm still learning as far as shooting, but from what I pulled out some pretty decent pics. A good action figure makes it easy for you to take pictures of him. Like I said, I was just having a problem with perception of light on him. But this guy will run you about 94 bucks. If you haven't picked them up, pick them up. Give them a go. Usually with a Mafex, they're really, really great figures. They're definitely worth the money. They haven't been letting people down. And this is the only picture I got, which kind of the Supermans are sprawled out, so you can kind of show you guys like all my Supermans. Like that McFarlane Bizarro is one of my favorite Supermans, man. That thing is dope, really. But this is the Savage Land. We do this for the love and beauty of action figures. If you can, give me a like, comment, subscribe, and until the next time, God bless.